This is the plaintiff, Eddie Salmon. He says he sold a canoe to the defendant and the guy stopped payment and he was stiffed. The louse lives in a $5 million mansion and refuses to pay him the $314 he owes him? Come on. He's suing for $314. This is the defendant, Gerald. He says he did indeed cancel payment on the canoe because the guy sold him something that wasn't safe for his kids to use. There were 3 patched holes in the thing, and he's not about to let his kids drown in a compromised canoe. He's accused of taking on water.
All parties, please raise your right hands. People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Leon is now presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Mr. Saman.
Yes.
You put an ad on Craigslist to sell your Coleman Scano canoe, and how much were you asking?
I asked it in the ad, it's 350, but I sold it to him for 250 when I explained to him what is wrong with that canoe. He agreed for
And what
everything.
was wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong, actually, too much major. It has 2 patches on the 2 sides. In the top, there is nothing affect the canoe. The canoe was tested before, no problem at all. But I guess
Okay.
Mr. Gerald wants to get it free by anyway.
All right, so you make an agreement with him that you're selling it to him for $250, and you're going to deliver it to him for an extra $44. So he pays you through PayPal $294, correct?
That's right. That's correct.
And then what happens?
What happened that once I delivered it to him, he was so happy, and Your Honor can see.
When did you deliver it to him?
On October, the following day, October 17. And actually,
And he bought it on the 16th, correct?
Yes, yes. Before he pay, I see in the exhibit 2A, the invoice. He has to read it. This invoice was viewed by him, and it is warned to him 3 times in the description and in the note and in the terms and the conditions.
What was warned to him 3 times? I don't understand what you're saying right now.
Non-refundable. It is for delivery service.
Okay.
Non-refundable.
Okay, so what ends up happening is you deliver it on October 17th, and what time do you get to his house?
It's 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the evening.
Tell me about this. In the ad where you advertise it, you mentioned that it's a 16-foot Coleman Scano canoe with a flat transom. I mean, you give it a very good description. Did you include any pictures?
That is the one, the picture of the ad. But the picture, they removed it from PayPal after it was sold. After I removed it,
okay,
they removed the picture.
Where were
That's why
these pictures that are here?
Yes.
Are these the pictures that were in the ad?
Yes, yes, 3 or 4 together. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you deliver it to him, and does he object in any way?
No.
Or
no,
is he happy?
No. He checked it thoroughly everywhere, and because he knows that there is patches and there is a plate on the side for the oars or something like that. But anyway, he checked it very well, and he was so happy, and he signed the receipt that he received it. That he was so happy, and you see in the picture, I took it with him. Yes, yes, yes. See how happy he is that he got it.
Everybody's happy.
Very cheap. Yes.
So, Mr. Gerald, what on earth happened?
It was actually a little surprising because I was asking for aluminum boat, and I asked him, was it aluminum? Before I bought it, we were exchanging texts, and he said it was aluminum. So I said, okay, great. And if you notice the pictures that was on the ad, none of the
Can you show me the text
shows,
that you just referred to? Show me the text you just referred to.
I don't have it, unfortunately. That's unfortunate.
Watch this.
Yeah,
Mr. Saman, did he ever say to you that he wanted to make sure that the boat was aluminum versus poly
No, he never mentioned
Oh, okay.
anything
So
like
you're going
that.
to
He
have to
loved
prove what you're saying, Mr. Gerald, that he lied to you
Yeah.
and said it was aluminum. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Your next issue.
yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
beyond what I can say. Yeah, but if you notice the pictures that he showed you from the ad, none of those pictures show any of the patches, and the description did not show mention any patches on the boat. The price of the boat is actually higher than any of the other boats that actually have patches. There are a lot of boats on sale on Craigslist. Most of those go for like 100 plus ish. When they're asking for 300 plus, those tend to be, I mean, these are the patches. These are pictures I took. Okay, these are my
Right.
pictures. Okay, but if you notice the
Right.
ads that the pictures that he shared, they don't show any of these things. And
Well, I mean, you got it for 30% off. Why did you think you were getting it for
What?
30% off? Because you're so persuasive in your
no,
negotiating abilities? Because he had asked 350,
no,
you bought it for 250. So some
yes,
discussion had to have happened about something.
yeah, it was just normal negotiation. I just because most people on Craigslist,
Okay.
they're normally negotiable on the asking price, and his price was a little bit high,
Okay.
but
How often do you buy things on Craigslist?
a lot
Or
actually.
those types of sites? A lot, actually. All right. So let me ask you a question that I just asked my husband, who wants to buy something sight unseen. Did you FaceTime with him and have him walk around the canoe so you could see what you were buying? And no?
No,
All right. So my next
no, I
question
didn't.
to you is: the guy brings it to your house and you haven't paid him yet. So you're looking at it because you have eyeballs. Why on earth did you buy it if you didn't like the patches on it?
The agreement
No.
was I actually had to pay him before he even delivered. Because I understand he was taking some risk for delivery, and I agreed to that. So I'll pay him before he deliver, and that's what happened.
But then wait a second. So then it's there, and then you see that it's not as advertised. Then you say, "Take your junk. I'm going to contest it. Take your boat with you. I
That's
don't
true.
want it." When do
That's
you
true.
ever? I don't need a cheerleader, Mr. Saman. Mr.
Sure.
Gerald, do you ever say anything but, woohoo, we got a canoe? I mean, when do you say to him, take this back, I don't like this, I'm looking at it, you're inspecting it that time. This is a used as is item. And you had a chance to inspect it and reject it, and instead you signed received, and he's taking a picture with you guys all happy.
So if you notice the picture he showed, it was very dark when he came. I don't exactly know what time. I think he came much later than 6, but I don't know the exact time. It was very dark out there, and all we had was flashlights. And so when I was mentioning when I saw the boat, I said, "So this thing's only was aluminum," but he reassured me that if it's a solid boat, it's a good boat. If there's any issue, he said we can
Did you
always
ever
exchange.
use the boat?
I tried using it the one time when we first put it out there. When my kids got on it, it made crackling sounds like stepping on eggshells. And we said, "Oh, get out!" It was a little startling. I never expected that. So the plastic
I'm
or
sorry.
the
So I don't understand. So you put it in the water, and did it take on water?
no. So when we stepped on it, the weight of my kids actually made the stretching sound made it sound like it's crackling. So it was very
Do
unnerving.
you have any
So we
video
didn't do
to
much
prove
after
what
that.
you're saying?
No, I don't have the video. Sorry.
Wow. So where's the canoe now?
It's in my yard.
Can I see it?
Uh,
Can you turn your phone around and show it to me, or?
so I don't know how to do this. I'm on my laptop. It's pretty far out in
Okay.
the
Well,
yard.
you're on a
I
laptop,
will have to
so
go.
that's okay. Can you see it from the window?
No, I'm in a different part of the house. You want
Yeah,
me
I'd
to
like
walk
to
over
see
there?
it. Go ahead. Yeah, walk over with the laptop until you can see it. Yeah.
Can you see me?
Okay.
Can you
Yeah,
hear
I
me?
can see you perfectly. So the boat, yeah, I can hear you perfectly too. So I see that the boat is right by the lake, upside down, so that people can use it as quickly as possible. It's not in the garbage because it's garbage, right? Go ahead and go back
So
inside, Mr. Gerald. Now, according to you, Mr. Saman, the first thing that happens is he claims not to have had knowledge of this purchase, correct?
That's what he said, what he claimed. And actually, later on, when PayPal decided in my favor, he went to his financial institute, say that it is unauthorized transaction. That is in exhibit.
Did you tell your financial institute that this was an unauthorized transaction?
I raised a dispute with the seller. I voiced so after, can I tell what happened after I saw the boat in the daylight and I discovered those
Yeah,
patches?
we're going to find out, but I just want to know, I'm looking at a document that says the buyer reported that someone made the order without their permission.
So that may have been a mistake because I was trying to raise a dispute with the credit card company. So that was not the
Okay.
intent. Like I said, right after that, I think we raised the dispute. That's what I was trying to do. Because I
Well,
tried
by
to
saying
voice
that
that.
you never authorized a transaction, because that's not true. You did authorize a transaction.
So like I said, I think that was a mistake because I was trying to raise a dispute, which was exactly what we did. We opened up a claim.
Okay, so you wanted to tell me what you noticed the next day. I thought you did, but is there something you wanted to add to that?
So it was only in the daylight that I saw those patches, the 3 patches. Because if you notice in the pictures that he showed in the listing, there was no patches.
Why would you
and
not
there was
see
no,
those patches with a flashlight? So long as you had a flashlight, how would you not be able to see those patches? They're not like particularly secretive. I mean, you actually are complaining about how big they are and what these big patches, they're right there. You'd see that with a flashlight. So I don't know why
I saw
you're
the metal
claiming that you
patch.
wouldn't be seeing that.
No, I saw the metal patch. I asked him about it, and he says, that's when he reassured me. He said, "Don't worry, this boat's been tested. It's fine." And he said, "If there's any issue with it, just give me a
but
call."
you know who didn't test the boat? Right, but you know who didn't test the boat? You had your kids step on it according to you, and then you said, "Oh, this is awful. It sounds like eggshells cracking." And then you tell me that, you wouldn't allow your children because it's not safe, but yet he was using it just fine, and you have it right by the water, upside down, the way you're supposed to put a canoe. Okay? And why do you put the canoe upside down? Because when you want to use it, you don't want any residual water inside the canoe. So when it rains, you don't want water collecting and mosquitoes and whatever, bugs and whatever else. I know that because I have canoes. So I know why you have it upside down right next to the water. So I'm having a really hard time buying the stuff you're saying. So you contest it with PayPal, you lose, and then you tell your credit card company that, oh, I didn't authorize the transaction. So you end up having the charges reversed, correct, Mr. Saman? And then you get
That's true.
charged a $20 chargeback fee. So you are out
Yes.
now $314, but guess who has a canoe? Mr. Gerald. So tell me, Mr. Saman, did you ever pick up a phone and call Mr. Gerald and ask him, what the heck?
He blocked the phone. He didn't want me to call him
Did
at
he?
all.
From the beginning? From the beginning?
Yes.
Or did
Yes.
you ever talk to him? Did you ever talk
No,
to him at
after
all, or you
2
couldn't
days,
even talk to him?
Never. He never called me. He never
Never.
told me. Never. I am the one who called him, but it was blocked.
Really? Yeah. So, Mr. Gerald, did you ever pick up a phone and call Mr. Saman and say, hey, I'd like my money back. Please come and get your canoe because it's not as advertised. I thought it would be aluminum and all these other things that you're saying now. Did you ever call him and say that?
So as
Before
soon
you
as he
contested
delivered
the
the boat,
charge?
the next morning and the following, like for the next week after, I've been texting and calling him multiple times every day.
Good.
He never
He
responded
says that
to
you're
anything.
a liar. So all I need you to do is show me your phone records or your text records so I can see that what
Yes.
you're saying is true. Mr. Gerald,
When
I don't
the whole time I
understand
was raising
how
a
you
dispute.
would spend. Mr. Gerald, I don't believe you for 1 second. I think you were trying to get the canoe for free, and which is pathetic because I'm looking at your house. I just don't understand how it is that you would not reach out whatsoever to Mr. Saman and force him to go through what he's had to go through to collect. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because all you had to do was text or email him now and say, hey, did you change your number, Mr. Saman?
No, I never.
So can I do
Same
this?
number.
Can I do
Right.
this?
That's
Can I
right.
appeal this? Can I pursue? Because I do have the phone records. I've been calling. I just don't have the records here. Can I follow up and produce those records for you?
No, let me introduce you to me. No. Can I show you something? You see what's going on here? The lady wearing the black dress is in the middle of a trial. Okay? This is a real simple trial. I don't have to go very far to reach my verdict. All I had to do was send you to the backyard. Because as soon as I saw where you have that canoe, I know it's being used. Okay? I know that a canoe upside down so it doesn't get water right next to the water is a canoe that's being used. That's not a canoe that you looked at and said, why, this is unsafe, and took it away. You're using the canoe, okay? So I am going to order you to pay the $314 for the canoe, but because I find this to be a little disingenuous, I'm also going to order you to pay another $100 that you're not even asking for in punitive damages for a total of $414 for Mr. Saman. Pay the man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the plaintiff prevails and also gets some punitive damages. It's a total of $414. Mr. Gerald, how do you feel about what just happened? The judge kind of mad at you.
The judge, like I said, I could produce the phone calls. I was the one that's trying to reach him. He never tried to respond back.
As the judge pointed out, this is the trial right now, going on now, and she can't wait a couple of days for you to find those receipts. So unfortunately, that's the impression she had, and you're going to have to live with it. You know, you got to pay him back plus $100 punitive damages. Sorry about that. All right, Mr. Seaman, how about you? How do you feel?
Yes.
You got $100 more than you thought you were going to get.
Justice is served. Justice is served just now. Justice served. This gentleman, he collect everything free for everybody. It's not only me. I am the one who came forward to People's Court, the Honorable People's Court, to get my money back. But other people, I think he is very wealthy. The mansion he lived in, more than $5 million. And now he wants to take from me $294 for a canoe. And I told him about the canoe, everything about the canoe. That's why I accepted. He doesn't have any evidence. I have all evidence here in front of the judge, all evidences. I asked everybody, Mr. Gerald, owe them money, come forward. Come to People's Court to get your rights, to get your money back. Because he is wealthy. He is very wealthy. I don't care he is very wealthy, but don't take from the hard-working people. Take the money. Why you take the money from them? You know why? Because you want to take it free. I'm sorry I got excited like that. So sorry.
Yeah, you got a little carried.
But I want to tell everybody
carried away.
listening now. Sorry.
I got the point, Mr. Seaman. Everybody gets the point. You're mad at him, but you're happy, and justice has been served.
Oh yeah, of course.
Good for you.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I am happy because justice is served. Thank you, the judge.
Good.
Thank you, everybody. Thank the whole crew who worked hard for me to make it done. Thank you. Yes,
On behalf of everybody, you're very welcome. All right. How about that, Harvey? That guy's happy.
A happy man indeed, Doug. Now, here's the thing about this case. The plaintiff got punitive damages, and you get that when you want to make an example of the other party. In this case, the defendant lied in court. And that's important because, remember, lying in court not only blows up your credibility, and you will probably lose as a result, but this is a case where there are consequences, financial consequences, where you can actually lose more money than you would have had you simply told the truth.
The question is, save or spend? Which one is more of a spendthrift? And what's your favorite place to shop?
Okay, that is.
I think it's pretty clear.
It's an easy question. I'm more of a spendthrift. There's no question, and you're more of a saver.
Yeah.
But you know, we always find that line in between, and we manage it pretty well.
No, you spend a bunch of money, and I don't. I'm once a refugee, always a refugee.
Right.
I have this refugee mentality, and I cannot. I just,
Right.
you know,
Sure.
that's just how I live. So, favorite place to shop? Let's hear the difference between us.
Favorite place to shop. I like places where I'm just going to get lost in there, and I could spend hours. And the ones that come to mind are Bass Pro Shops,
Yeah.
Outdoor World kinds of places where there's all the sporting goods, outdoor stuff, fishing, camping gear, all those things. Those kinds of stores I can spend hours in too, and you usually end up dragging me out after an hour or so, going, is he ever going to leave? And finally just coming and grabbing me and leading me out of the store. But yeah, those kinds of places, I could just spend all day there.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your favorite place to shop?
You know. It's like embarrassing.
Well, there's a few, but...
No, TJ Maxx. I have
yeah.
a TJ Maxx crack habit, basically.
Yeah.
There is nothing for me more fun
Right.
than arriving at a TJ Maxx on a Tuesday morning, because that's when they've put everything out, and they give you, like, if you're over 50, they give you a discount. I think
Right.
it's on Tuesday. And then you get there, and then you find amazing, beautiful things, you know, at a great price. The greatest compliment I've ever been paid is one day I was at TJ Maxx, and I had a cart full of items, and the cart disappeared. And I went to the front I said, did you guys think I was done? I just walked away for 1 second. They said, no, this happens here all the time. Somebody must have taken your cart.
Somebody took your
Somebody
stuff.
took my cart because
Oh
I
my
had
God.
such good taste and they
probably
loved what
checked
they
out
saw.
with it. Yeah, you
Possibly.
saved them a lot of time and trouble. They just
Yeah.
took your cart.
I had to go and
Boom.
find all my stuff again. But I was angry, but I was kind of like flattered too, you know? But I love a hunt.